Hello YouTube, it's the Magnum94 here, and it's been over a week since the Nintendo Switch, formerly known as the Nintendo NX, and I'll probably call it that at some point throughout this video, was formally revealed by Nintendo. And were a few things that people haven't really talked about, surprisingly, even though there's been thousands of videos across the internet discussing this thing. There have been a few things that people haven't really talked about. And before I get into that, I'm just going to go into my general thoughts about this thing. I really like this idea. When I heard about the Eurogamer leaks and whatnot, I didn't really believe them, mostly because I was unsure about the idea. I personally really like the idea of having the console and handheld market separate, but I feel like if they did want to do the console handheld hybrid thing, they could make it work. I just didn't feel like this was what Eurogamer was describing, the detachable controllers, the console, the handheld that is the console and whatnot. I just didn't feel like that's what I thought they should be doing. But in execution, at least by the looks of it, I'm down. The tablet seems to be very capable, and I think the thing that excites me the most about it is that this is essentially what I was hoping the Wii U would be. I probably played the majority of my games on the Wii U tablet itself. Not Smash Bros, of course, but like Mario Kart, Hyrule Warriors, the Super Mario Bros. U, and 3D World. A lot of those I played on the tablet. So it would have been nice to be able to take that from the living room up to my bedroom to keep playing, but I couldn't because it wouldn't reach. With the Nintendo Switch, I could just easily take the tablet with me and take a controller, or even just use the Joy-Cons and keep playing wherever I am. So that's a plus for me. I'm really excited for it. The only thing I'm a bit iffy about, which isn't really a problem, it's just something I'll need to get adjusted to, is on the Wii U gamepad and the Pro Controller, the joysticks were symmetrical. They're both on the top, with the D-pad and the buttons being on the bottom. And on the Switch, they're switched. The buttons and the joystick are switched, at least from what they were on the gamepad. The buttons on top, the joystick on the bottom. Now that won't be a problem. I'm used to playing games on the 360 controller, so that won't be a problem. It just looks a bit weird with the Joy-Cons on the tablet. It just looks a bit off to me, especially after playing Wii U for the past 4 years. But like I said, it's not a problem. If that's the only thing I have an issue with right now, that's good job, Nintendo. I went into this with high expectations, and you met them. So, yeah. The things we're going to be talking about in this video aren't necessarily going to be complaints. They're just ideas that I have. Not really even concerns. Just things that I feel like would be good ideas if Nintendo implemented. Now, the first thing is that I really like, being the big handheld gamer I am, I really like the idea of Nintendo having a handheld to supplement their console in case their console failed, like in the case with the Wii U and the GameCube that didn't do all that well. In those cases, they had the Game Boy. When the GameCube wasn't doing all that well, the Game Boy sold over 80 million, and when the Wii U sold barely 14 million, the 3DS sold over 60. So having that handheld market to supplement their console market is a very good thing for Nintendo to have. And with them combining the handheld into the console, I feel like there's a chance that, at least right now, they won't be able to capitalize on both markets as well as they're hoping. They could very well down the line produce a smaller tablet with the Joy-Cons that could just be a handheld, maybe a little less powerful, but still play the same games maybe. But at least right now, I think that it'd be the best idea for them to have at least two different SKUs. One SKU being the Switch tablet and the little dock thing with the two Joy-Cons, the Joy-Con controller port cradle thing, thing you slide into to charge them or just play like a regular controller, and then at least a game and maybe a Pro controller, all for $300. Now the Pro controller, I'm not sure about. Nintendo really enjoys making people pay extra for peripherals, and the Pro controller on the Wii U was sold separately for like $50. So I would buy it regardless. And the game that should be packed in with it at $300, I don't think should be Zelda Breath of the Wild. Nintendo put way too much time and effort and development resources into that game, I feel, for it to be a pack-in title. Yes, it is also being released on the Wii U, which I don't know how well that version will sell. Maybe 1 million. But I don't think just having it as a pack-in title on the Switch would make it worth it, because everyone who buys at least that model of the Switch, which would probably be the majority of gamers who buy the Switch, would get Breath of the Wild basically for free. And I don't think that the amount of consoles that would get a boost in sales because Breath of the Wild is packed in would equal the development time and cost that the game took to develop. So a smaller game like a remastered Splatoon or Mario Kart or that Mario 3D game or some other port or something that didn't take that much development time to make, I think that will be a better pack-in title. Just as long as there's some game that people can buy the Switch and instantly start playing wherever they want. So that's the first SKU. Maybe have like a 250 SKU that just has the Switch and the console and the Joy-Con controllers, but no Pro controller or no game. I don't know if that'll be worth it, because with the Wii U they tried to do that with the 250 white model and then the 300 model that came with the Nintendo Land. The white model basically didn't sell. That's also in no part due to the fact that it only had 8 gigs of 8 gigs of storage as opposed to the black 32 gigs. I don't know why they had that much discrepancy. Maybe 16 would have been better for the white model, but whatever. I feel like having a 250 model would be a decent option, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll be worth it to put out both SKUs if that's the case. It would be a good idea to have the 300 model with the dock and also have a $200 model that's just the Joy-Cons, the Joy-Con controller grip thing, and just the tablet. No dock, no Pro controller, no game, for $200. I feel like that would be way more profitable than the one with the dock station, because they wouldn't have to deal with the Pro controller or the game. They wouldn't have to deal with the cost of the dock itself or all the cords that go along with it. I feel like the $200 one with just the screen and the controllers, I feel like that would be way more profitable. Plus, having that for $200 would help them supplement the idea that the one with the dock might not sell as well as they want it to. Some people might not like the idea might not want the dock. They might not want the home console experience, and they just want the handheld gaming experience. I would buy the $300 one because I don't know. I would like to have both, but if given the choice, I don't know. This is assuming that the tablet can be charged separately from the dock. Because right now people are theorizing that when you slide the tablet into the dock, that's what charges it. So if it can somehow be plugged into the wall or an outlet outside of being charged by the dock, then yes, please go for that. Have just the tablet itself be an extra SKU. And it wouldn't even be that big of a deal because the tablet seems to be pretty beefy. A 720p screen. It's running all the games that are also going to be running on the TV. Third parties are supporting. I don't want to say both systems because it's not entirely clear if the docking station gives extra power, but I'm going to go off the assumption that it is. It seems like the third parties and Nintendo themselves are supporting both the handheld part and the console part. So you wouldn't really be losing anything by just selling the tablet. It essentially is the console. So I don't know if they will do it, but in my mind, this makes a whole lot of sense. And like I said, I don't know if there is just the option to have the tablet alone. I honestly might get that one, because I mean I'm a pretty big console gamer, at least Nintendo console gamer. But if all the games on console also are coming to the handheld part, then it might be a toss up. I don't know if it'll be worth it buying the part one with the dock, especially since I'm in college now. I don't know if it'll really be worth it to also hook that up to the TV in the lobby, which has a Wii, a PlayStation, and Xbox on it right now. I don't know if many people will really be into playing the Switch when you can play Mario Kart, Smash Bros, and whatnot on the Wii that's there. So I don't know. Another reason why I think that they should sell the Switch tablet separately is because in the trailer they showed four people playing on two tablets, just out in the world. I think they're playing 2K on it. So if you could very easily just buy two tablets and them sync up directly, I think that would definitely help feasibility of multiplayer on the go. Also, if the tablet itself broke, but you still want to have the console experience, you wouldn't have to buy the whole $300 bundle. You could just buy the $200 one. So, yeah, again, I'm not sure if they will do this, but in order to capitalize on both markets efficiently, I personally believe that's what they should do. Now, another thing that they haven't really talked about, or no one's really mentioned at all, is will the GameCube adapter that was on the Wii U work with Nintendo Switch? On the docking station, there are two ports that appear to be USB ports. It hasn't really been determined if they're 3.0 or 2.0. I'm pretty sure the GameCube adapter is 2.0. But if the GameCube adapter could work with that, then that'd be another controller option. B, when Smash Bros comes out, many people who already have the GameCube adapters can just easily transition into it. And this would be especially important if they make it so that the GameCube adapter could work with all games. All games that use the Joy-Cons, all games that use the Pro Controller can be also played with the GameCube controller, because it essentially has the same buttons. It's just missing a left trigger, or left shoulder button, which isn't used for that many Nintendo games. All the ones I can think of. I really can't think of any Nintendo game off the top of my head that really uses either bumper. So at least having it for a select number of Switch games that are at least Nintendo games would be a good idea, especially if they eventually get around to having GameCube Virtual Console games. Having the GameCube controller there to actually play them would be nice. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I am super excited. Well, super excited for January when they're going to be revealing more about this system. The only thing I'm a bit worried about, specifically worried about, is that if the Switch console is priced at more than $300, I don't think it'll do all that well. The Wii U was sold at $350 and it tanked, and it's still not doing all that well at $300. So I think $300 is the sweet spot for it. It undercuts the PS4 and the Xbox One by $50. It supposedly plays all third-party games. It's portable and a console. You play wherever you want. I feel like it being $300, at least for the main bundle, would be very enticing for people. If they can somehow get it to 250 like the Wii was, that'd be great. But I kind of doubt that, considering just how powerful the tablet is. But $300 is the sweet spot. Please don't go any higher than that, or at least have a capable SKU that's much lower. So yeah, I'm so excited for March. I don't know if I'm gonna get it at launch. Depending on what the launch lineup is, I might wait until like the actual Mario Kart or the next Splatoon or whatever comes out. But if there's an enticing lineup at launch, I'm gonna have to get it. Me and my roommate, we're gonna be playing that for sure. And I'm also gonna get a Pro Controller or two to go along with it. So you're gonna get my money somehow, Nintendo, one way or the other. Although honestly, even if it's more than $300, I'm still probably gonna get it. at least next Christmas. If it's $350, I'm gonna wait till Christmas at least. So yeah, in the comments, leave any ideas or opinions you have about this, about the Nintendo Switch. I almost called it NX right there. Okay, one more thing. At first, I was kind of iffy about the name Nintendo Switch. I personally really like the idea of calling it a Nintendo NX or a Nintendo Cross or whatever they wanted to call it. But NX just seemed like a very powerful name. People everywhere knew what the NX was. So, and hearing that it's the Switch at first just was I was a little iffy about, but hearing it time and time again, I've gotten used to it. I've definitely gotten used to it. So yeah, leave comments down below about what you think of this thing. Can't wait for March. Oh, please make this one good, Nintendo. Please do this one right. So, see ya.